this is a spontaneous one again. This is so typical of me. Never tell people in advance. And I have a drink with me too, so I can take a little sip. And yeah, as you have noticed, no video today because it's coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Swedish time. So that is around 6 p.m. UK time. I'm not sure how many hours it depends on US to where you live in US. I'm not gonna go to that. So if you know the difference, you can check it out yourself. So it's a very cold morning. We actually had ice outside, and it's been black ice. It's been accident during the night too in the traffic on the highway, so we had to go careful when we went for food shopping. And we also went to another shop, and that's gonna be a video we're gonna record tomorrow. And yeah, I said we because I meant Trevor and I, because we bought a lot of stuff. But now I'm just gonna wait and see if something turns up, because it could be a little more fun if someone else showed up, so we can actually chat a bit, because he doing his models. He did Mr. Skeleton before, and Mrs. Skeleton started to look really good. Hello Jenny, how are you? Is it cold in UK? Because we got icy roads this morning and even icy cars. At least I have my car inside in the garage, so we don't have that problem, at least when we start. So how is it in UK? It's sunny here at least. And you maybe noticed no video this morning because I have moved today. So it's gonna be during Sundays evenings, 7 o'clock Swedish time. That is 6 p.m. UK time. My video goes up from now, because I wanted to try to sleep a little longer, or at least learn to sleep a little longer during the weekends, because you need it sometimes, especially if I've been watching Star Raven's live stream. Ah, was it good, Jenny? I suppose it comes a video maybe about it. That should be interesting to watch, actually. And yeah, what I told in the beginning when everything started, because I never tell people that I'm gonna go live, so it's very rare I do it. But as you see, I'm back in the bedroom because Trevor is home, so I can't do live stream from the computer. He don't like when I take everything away from there, because he was thinking you're gonna stay there and do the things. But now I need to be very a little more quiet, because he plays very loud music. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but he's a metalhead too, so it's not goth music this time, so it's metal music. So yeah, but we went out this morning to another shop and we bought some stuff, and we're actually gonna record tomorrow, hopefully, a video together again. Yeah, you heard it right, a second video, and I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be a team that I know most people that are darkly inclined or goths might like. Maybe my belly not gonna like it, so you guess it's maybe something that we're gonna taste. So what are you up to today or this weekend, Jenny? Oh, that's sad. But at least you could watch it and everything like that, and get the experience of everything in live. So that's a good thing at least. But I do understand that they sometimes put that type of things, because if everybody take up the cameras all the time, so some artists are very annoyed about that fact. But at the same time, I think, why? Because we're living in that type of time, so why don't spread at least the good parts in this world, and stop restrict ourselves that much, because it's better way to at least give this free commercial for the artist too, or the band, whatever it is, so they actually can be discovered maybe of even more people, because sometimes we live in different parts of the world and everything, and we don't maybe heard about those bands or artists before. So I think it's a little sad, it's too much copyright strikes all the time. I am naked. I'm not sure what you mean about it. Do you mean naked or what? Because that sounds very cold. Because I'm freezing. I'm even cold inside right now, because we got this automatically with the heating system, and because it's now the first time when it's icy weather outside in the mornings. So I guess the temperature changes haven't really catch up yet with the weather. So that means it's a bit colder inside. And we can't adjust the temperature that much either because it goes up to a certain level and then it stops. So if it feels a little chilly, so it's gonna feel chilly. So I guess it's just layer, layer, layer. But then you maybe don't look that cool as a goth at least. Hmm. Yeah, very lovely. But I guess some people want to tell things, I don't know. Maybe they are that type of people. I am not, so I prefer to have more. But I was actually thinking of maybe do some type of cosplay or whatever you should call it. Not cosplay in the more advanced way, but maybe do something special for closer into Halloween because usually I do at least one or more videos. And this time I was thinking about maybe do something in the Lady Death team, but if you know the character Lady Death, is it like this cartoony woman and you know her figure very much skin showing up and that type of things, but she's still that type of warrior that even guys can't compete with all the time. So thought I have a tattoo of her in my back too, because I admire her style and everything. It's not the maybe the more undressed way I admire is her power to be a woman and to actually show that she can handle everything on her own too, without too much help from others, and also that be who she wants without someone tells what to wear and not to wear. So that I thought was a cool thing too. So, but I'm probably gonna add more clothing at least, and I'm gonna try to see if I can find something I can use like a weapon or something because that should be much cooler because you usually have that type of things. Hello, Gary. Confused atheist. I'm not Christian either, so you don't have to feel confused. I'm more like a pagan with a mix of witchy stuff and Viking stuff, so that's where you find me. Well, have a nice day, Jenny, and be safe. And we might catch up another time. So happy to see you here at least for a little while. So yes, what I was telling about that Trevor and I are probably gonna do a video tomorrow. It's not coming up this weekend. Hopefully, if we do it tomorrow, it might come up next weekend instead on Sunday. So I'm looking forward to that team too. So it will be popular, but like I said before, I'm not sure my belly gonna approve of everything, but it's a fun thing to do. At least we can have fun together. And I know that people seem to like that video we did together with the candy and snack tasting between UK and Sweden. So maybe you're gonna like this too, because I never thought we should find that type of things. I've seen on Instagram and other type of community things, those things about when people have bought stuff. And I never thought I should see that in Sweden because I thought Sweden is probably too boring, so we're not gonna have those things. But then I saw ads about it, and I'm thinking, maybe they have that in our shops here in town. And we actually went to one that we haven't been to before. I'm not going to mention the brand of the shop because then maybe people can take a little guess what it is. So I want to keep that little secret at least till I have uploaded my thumbnail and the video and everything, so people probably gonna know anyway before. But yeah, we went there because we haven't been to that shop since that opened. It's been open for some months now, but it's more in the central part of the town. We usually go to the one that is closer, that is just take 5 minutes with car to go to, that is closer. But this time we decided to go to that one because we never been there before. And it was fun, but I didn't find the things first. And I had actually to ask someone that works in a place to, where are the stuff? Do you have it? And she showed that, and I was also relieved that I still have it. So because it was just for this week and weekend, they sold those stuff. Yeah, I worship everyone too. As long as they are nice to each other and everything like that. We have too many maniacs in this world anyway. So Gary, we can love everyone if they're just nice to each other. So what are you up to this weekend, Gary? And yeah, I hope that someone else is dropping in, because that would be fun, because I usually don't do that much live streams, at least not on my own, because I usually sit in a live stream with Starraven or someone else. I was hoping that I should catch Lucky, because I have suggested that maybe we should do something together, because Lucky is supposed to do a lot of Halloween related videos this month, even if I haven't seen anything. Or Lucky is also called the Victorian Graveyard. Ah, I forgot the title. Hello, Raven Life, and hello back from Sweden, and hello Spawn. Welcome to my channel, to my live stream. I'm not that as professional as Star Raven is, because she is a real pro when it comes to this, and she got help from Niles too. And for the moment, I can't be with my computer either when I have better things, because Trevor is playing loud music. You might hear it in the background too, so I hope the YouTube not pick that up, at least so they know what he's playing, because of the copyright strikes. I think it's ridiculous. I want it to go back to the old times when you actually could share music. And I think it's strange, because I still see a lot of music videos up that is 15 and 20 years old, and they don't seem to have any problems with copyright strike. I don't know if they get copyright strikes when they're so old, but at least it's the type of music that you can get copyright strikes for. My day is very slow for the moment. I just finished to edit a video for tomorrow, because I changed day. But we've been out and prepared food for the week and that type of things, and even went to get some other type of stuff for the video we're gonna do tomorrow. But I don't want to tell what, because I don't want to give it away too early. But like I said, you're gonna notice it's as fast as I have uploaded the video, because I usually, when I film something, I edit it as fast as possible, so I can upload it to YouTube, and then take it away from off of my mobile phone then, because that's what I use most of the times. But else it's a chill day. Trevor wants to do his models, and I am just thinking of maybe Halloween things and what I want to do before Halloween, because I want to do some gory FX makeup, and I saw some things on Instagram too. I wish I had all that type of stuff too, and I knew when I used some of the things, but I was a little clumsy and it ended up in the sink, and it was a little hard for Trevor to take away the thing, because I couldn't get away the most of the stuff. And you know, when you glue this type of things to your face or other type of parts will look even more gory before you start to paint and that type of thing. So it's not that easy all the way to take them off. They're good at the things they're gonna use it for, but they are a disaster when they get on other places where they shouldn't be. So what are you all going then? I should want to go to a golf club, but we don't have anyone here in my town anymore. It's years ago they took that away, and it's a very mainstream town even when it comes to fashion and everything. So they don't like people that is alternative. It's very rare to have something, and if it is something, it's often some like metal and hard rock type of things. Rare occasion they can have some punk gig too, but it's often with very short notice, and sometimes even held by a private person or a private band. So they are in some clubs sometimes. I'm not 100% sure what Wolverhampton is, and I probably say something wrong. Hello, Caelan Stewart. But I'm living together with an Englishman, but we live in Sweden, and if you want to know where, so it's in southwest, not far away from Gothenburg, that is on the west coast, and that is the biggest place closest here. It takes around 30 minutes to go by car there, and that's where I can go to the most if there should be something. But they usually have the goth and that type of things, alternative music during work week, and I work very early, so I can't go because I don't get any sleep in that case, and that's a disaster in my work. And it's even disaster when I have to drive too, because too sleepy, and you know, now it's very dark very early and it starts getting very slippery too. Hello Leons, how are you? Are you crafting anything today? At least I have been creative with my makeup today, but I was thinking maybe do some creativity too. But it's a little hard when Trevor have the table right now, and he don't like when I'm sitting on the other side because I am a distraction, like he said, because he don't like when I started to do my shit and start to talk or sing or whatever at the same time. So he get distracted when he tried to do his models, and so I better stay away for a little while so he can continue with that type of things. Because he's so kindly, so he actually take care about Mr. Skeleton, and he start to get through a big transformation right now. So he was more painted black in the bottom, and now start to get this silvery coating above. So it looks a little like the oldest silver grayish blackish tone. So it's gonna be very fantastic to see him back, but now half of the skeleton is hanging up where it should be, but he missed some of his skeleton limbs. Ah, it's always nice to be outside and go for a walk and that type of things too. I haven't been for a real good walk lately because sometimes the weather been sucked and even been too rainy, so it's not good to go with the forest than too directly here. And when it's been too windy, by this time of year, it can be dangerous too because big trees and everything can fall down. But I do like to go out and that type of things. I have clothing for it too, so I could dress warm for it too. So it's not that is something that it's just that it's not good to go out and maybe destroy where you should path and everything because it's easy that the paths have been destroyed when too many walk there, so it's gonna be even more muddier and harder to walk the next time. So it's better to avoid and wait till it gets a bit drier and less wind, of course, so it's not gonna be dangerous. You found so many mushrooms. Unfortunately, I am allergic to all type of mushrooms, and I am a disaster because even when I was riding, so sometimes my friends was shouting from the saddle when I was sitting here, "Stop! Don't move your horse anymore!" And I, what? You're standing on the golden place because then they show. I don't know the word for it in English, but we call it cantarell, and it's this yellow type of mushroom that people here in Sweden love, and I like to put them in a pan with a lot of butter and then put it on a sandwich and eat. So, but I am allergic, so I can't eat any mushrooms. So. Yeah, Sweden is beautiful, but you need to decide where you want because it's a very long country and a very various nature too. We have lots of forest outside every town, so it don't take long to get to one. You have lakes everywhere and that type of things. And when you go up to the Swedish Alps and that type of things, you have where the Sami people live, and then and especially if you come winter time and you go up to north, you can see the northern light even easier. You can see it down to here too. It already start here if you have lucky, all the circumstances is right, then you can see the northern light. I have missed them because I often sleep by that time because I need to go to work early. Um, but yeah, we do have a lot of different places to go, but sometimes you have to be a little careful too because some places it's not that good to go if you don't know where to place your feet. Then you can be sinking and you grab this little like quicksand type of things, but it's muddy. I don't know sure what they call it in English because we use our own thing for that type of nature too. But if you know where to stamp safely, so then you can go on those paths too. But I shouldn't recommend that for a person that is not used to walking in nature. But I guess you are very used because you are walking a lot and that type of thing. So I guess it's no problem for you at least, but it's a lot of different places you can go. You can even go in the Alps and that, but then you need to do research of what you need to bring with you and that you have the right type of conditions so you can actually go walk that long distance because you maybe don't see people for a very, very long time, depending on the season too. And yeah, let's see what Gary, I have money. There's nothing wrong with having black jeans and Doc Martens. That works too, but maybe not for walking in some type of conditions. You should have proper gear. I have that type of proper gear, so I can look like a person that walks in the forest too. I don't have to have all the makeup on either, so I don't mind go out with the most, as I can still show myself. Do you know the word slowed? No, I don't think what that is. What does that mean if you describe it, Leons? I don't think I heard about it because some words I haven't picked up because English is a much word, and I guess it's the same when it comes with Swedish words. So Trevor haven't picked up so many of them either all the time. So even if he lived some years over here now, so but he's not that good in Swedish. Even if he understands more, so he don't speak it that much. But he needs to start with it because their change is coming on their work about 1 year from now. So then they might have more demands on how much Swedish he speak. It's not like a believe meaning. Ah, you mean Slade. We don't spell it that way here in Sweden, so I guess it's Slade you're after. So yeah, that is crafting. So and depending on what type of slade you do, we can put the words for. If it's like a träslöjd, so then it's with wooden, and then you got the metal. So that is not that hard to guess, I guess. And then you have syslöjd, that is when you do sewing stuff or knitting or whatever, that type of thing, crochet and whatever. So syslöjd is when it's a little softer. Wood and metal when you do the harder stuff. So yeah, slade, but we spell it Slöjd. So that is our spelling on slade. So that's I thought it could be something like that, but I was not 100% sure. So that's correct. That was crafting, and we did have that in school. We used to have it for some years when we are in the lower grades. So, and I think it's good actually to teach kids to do something with their hands. I hope they still have it in schools because that was a really fun time, and yeah, we did a lot of gifts to our parents too in that way. Why should we have the Siberian tiger and amur leopard in Sweden? It's like some people think we have ice bears on the roads too. We don't have that. But you can meet, in some parts of Sweden, you can meet bears. But down here you can meet boars and wolves and lynx and foxes. If you take a little more dangerous, we have mooses, we have deers, we have rabbits, we have hares, we have birds, squirrels, and all that type of stuff. So, and snakes, lizards, but no tiger and that type of things, because you need to go to a zoo to even get something close to that one. So no, you have to go to Siberia or something to find those things. And I don't live in Russia, I live in Sweden. So wolf they have started to see in other areas because they have started to come down to southern part too. But some people are not that happy. I do love wolves, and I can't see why we couldn't live in harmony with them. We just need to educate how to get our own animals safe for it, especially the one that have sheep and cows and that type of things, because it's those people that often complain about the wolves and the lynxes especially too. No jewelry on you. What's wrong with jewelry, Gary? Jewelry can be nice to wear even if you're a man or whatever you want to be. So it could be a nice, you can show your own personality with jewelry too. It don't have to be just for female and that type of things. So you're a little funny sometimes, Gary. So yeah. And it's a nice day outside, but it's a bit cold. And it's very nippy cold, at least not windy today as far, and I was really happy to that. I took gloves off, but I realized that when we went out earlier today that I should prefer to have a cap on my head too, because it was that nippy in the air with the cold. So it feels colder than it is, and I think it's because it's been raining before the other day, so it's still that humidity that is our problem in my part of Sweden that makes even winters worse than in north, because it's harder to dress when it's this humidity, because it goes through the clothes, so even if you have layers and everything. So it's go through everything in the end. So you have to dress very warm and hope it's not getting cold because then it's going worse. So and have people any thoughts of what they're gonna do rest of the weekend or the common days before Halloween? Are you celebrating Halloween? And I'm so happy that Halloween actually is on a Friday this year, so actually I can do something for it. Mm. You're just eating a sandwich? Yeah, we're gonna eat easy food today, but I guess we're gonna do like a pork dinner tomorrow, little like a Sunday style. So I hope we're gonna do some Yorkshire puddings because I like Yorkshire puddings, but I don't eat them like with brown sauce and that type of thing because I don't like the brown sauce. That is just a mix with some pulvers, whatever, with water. And I don't like that thing because I'm grown up with that. You're gonna do your own sauce when you do your food, so it's not something I like. So I usually put some what we call apple jam. It's not like apple sauce in UK, but it's a little more jammy, but not exactly as jam either. It's like something in between that I like to put on the Yorkshire puddings, and I like to eat Yorkshire puddings. Stressful shit I could lose. We can lose everything, Gary. So don't stress too much about it. And everything, nothing is that worth more than your own life. So everything can be replaced. So don't stress too much about things. You can always replace them someday. So, and I see we're gonna get new neighbors because I see a lot of people carrying boxes outside. We have this type of thing when people walk on the outside, we have to go up the stairs and then we go out again and then we go to our doors in those flats. So I see people now carrying boxes in the next one because I haven't put the blinds in a position so I can't see out and they can't see in. So I hope they don't look too much in and wonder what type of freak lives here. Postcard, postcard, postcard. And I suppose you lived in the US. I learned that it's now even more problem to sending things. I heard that at least as long as they get things from UK, they start getting problem to even get ordinary mail sent to US and postcards. And that makes me a bit worried because I knew that I can't send parcels with things to my friends there, at least as long as Trump don't solve the tariffs and that type of things. So I can't send things over there because they are just being trash when the USPS gather because they can't send them further because it's not sorted. They don't even know in the US what they're gonna do with the things. And now I was seeing people saying that they can't even get postcards or letters from most of the countries inside EU. But it looks like people can get things from the UK, but I guess it's because maybe they have another type of solution there between the countries. So it makes me a little unhappy that I can't send anything for my friends because I was thinking maybe I should send out some Halloween and even Gothmas cards, but if they can't get them, so that get me a bit worried. Hmm. Hello, Bug. How are you? And hello, Dida Makido. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. How are you, Bug? Are you feeling better today? Because you were a little miserable. I can't pronounce some words sometimes, not even in Swedish. I have those days. So sorry for my way to say things. Oh, you're still feeling rough. I hope you're feeling better soon. So it's not gonna last forever. But I guess it's that type of things that goes around now, right now because my cold was holding for over 3 weeks and still got some small bits left. But I feel that I'm still going to the better side now. So I start feeling more like myself, except for my work drained me a lot, especially this week because we had inventory yesterday started. So it was a lot to do before it because everything needed to be in place and everything. And they sent it over so much more than it was supposed to. So we had panicked and had to do everything before 12 o'clock yesterday. And then the inventory started and people have worked overtime even today for doing this. But I don't do that. It's not worth it. Yeah, I do care. You know that. And everybody else care about you too, Bug, because you're always supporting and that type of things. You're also a sweet person, so I hope you're gonna feel better, so you can do a little more fun things, and maybe you can show how it went with your crafting too, because I didn't finish to watch the live stream you did when you did your crafting thing, when you were sitting in a garden and making your walking stick or whatever you said it was, when you were bending the trees and put them together with other stuff. So it was should be nice at least to see a picture on your community tab to see if you have finished it, how the result was, because it's very interesting to see when people do their crafting. Mm. So yeah, so now I'm sitting here and wonder what I'm gonna do for Halloween and like I said, I'm, thi- I'm thinking of doing at least Lady Death, but in my version, a little more dressed, of course. I'm not sure if you know the cartoon figure Lady Death, but I have a tattoo of her on my back, so I thought that could be a good thing to do, and I have my long haired white wig that should go very well with that look, but I should need a sword or some type of thing. Not a real one, but at least something I can use when I do this thing, if you're gonna do that a little more cosplay like. But I'm not a cosplay person directly, so. Ah, hello, Miss Marzipan. How are you? Um, are you going for any gig tonight or something on those clubs you have shown? So sometimes I wish that we had that type of, because it looked very cozy in that, I guess it's a basement you went to, because it looked like you went downstairs and it looks very cozy. And I know that Daniel Knutz is coming there and playing, and he's one of the ones that I like to follow. That is a newer artist. He's from South America and now living in Germany. And he do maybe not goth, but he do that type of post-punk vibe thing, and I do like his music too. You only need a pair of shoes. I think you need more, Gary. Oh, it was those bands. And Evan I actually seen. She is awesome. I saw her on Subcult Festival, so she is awesome. And for people that don't know what it is, it's a little more like EBM music type of things. It's very dancey if you like that type of music. So, um, oh, I should wish that I could afford to go there and have time to go there, because I should want to see his music live, because it looks like he have a fun time at the stage too, and he have this amazing style too, and I like when he put up all the hair in that type of way too, so he have really that extreme look that I love to watch. So, and the sound is pretty good too, so I should want to see that for real. Yeah, I promise, but I don't know when it's gonna happen, because it's a long way to go, and it have to be when I have a longer off. It needs to be when it's safe to go on the roads, and when I can afford to stay over the night, because else it's gonna be a disaster, because it takes at least 4 hours to get to Stockholm, and it also depends on where in Stockholm, and then you need to live somewhere too. I know I had some old friends still living there, but I don't have any contact with them anymore. So it's not like I want to push myself on them. And I don't not even know where they have moved now, so in which part of Stockholm. Because sometimes when they said, call me when you reach Stockholm, and then you reach Stockholm and shows up that they lives on the other side of Stockholm, so you have at least 1 hour in good traffic to reach where they live. So yeah, it's a very big place to be. But hopefully one day we will return to Stockholm, and maybe we can stay overnight in some good placed hotel or something. So we can take just maybe one of the distance buses up, and maybe find some good place to stay where it don't cost too much. We never know, but we are more saving up now for going over to UK next year, and we haven't decided how to do either, if we're gonna go in 2 rounds or go for a longer one, and we start in one part of UK and then head up to where Trevor is from, Fleetwood, not far away from Blackpool in northwest of UK. so we can hopefully meet his mom and at least his brother and that type of family too. So maybe see some friends on the way too. So I should want to see my friends in Wales, and I should want to see Starhaven to be closer to the Brighton area and see the people around there too, like even Jane Wilkes. I should want to see. Yeah, I saw that they're gonna move to Trollhättan, so because it was something going on with the bridge in Vänersborg, so they can't have it in that area. So it's understandable, and they couldn't solve the solutions too. I guess it's gonna be, even if they had solved it, it might be a problem depending on where it is. If art is gonna be on the hotels and that type of things too, because not everybody wants to stay on the camping site. And I'm not sure how they do with Trollhättan when it comes to camping, because I don't remember. I know they had at least one of the festivals in Trollhättan before they moved to Vänersborg. But Vänersborg was very close, so hopefully we're coming back there 2027 instead. Hello, Bloody Ritual. Yeah, Bug, I should love to go to Brighton. I haven't been in that area. Ah, sorry to hear that, Miss Marzipan. We were staying in a good one there too when we went to Subcult Festival, and I didn't know that the most of the artists was living there too. So I was every morning sitting table next was She Passed Away, and then we had all the other bands too that were playing. Was most of them were staying at the same place. That was a good show. So I didn't know that when I got the room, but we got the downsize in the size of our room, and I guess it was because they needed the room for the artists instead. Brighton is lovely. I hope so too, because I should want to go there and start it. And if you go for a longer, we are talking about, it's easier for us to get a direct flight to UK if you go closer to London. And I'm not sure which place he was looking for. Trevor was looking for the other one, not the big one, not Heathrow. I forgot the name now. The other one is closer to Brighton. But there is not far away to a place that he said we can find places that is not in Brighton but not far away. So this could be easily to get to Brighton to meet up with the people we want to meet there. Um, yeah, but it's probably not that hard to find something in Trollhättan either. So I don't think the rooms are booked up there before they knew what was going on. So I guess many are also staying even in Trollhättan because it's not that far away between the different cities, really, and especially if they had this bus going from Subcult Festival before. So I think some people went to Trollhättan with a bus before they went to Gothenburg. So I think you can solve it, and we have to see which bands it is. But I don't think we're going for some cold festival then either, because if we need to save up for going to UK, so we're probably gonna put all the money towards that, because that's something that Trevor wants to do. You can't take the Englishman out from the Englishman, so and I would love to meet some of my friends there too. So sometimes we have to sacrifice some of the stuff. We can't do everything; it's so expensive. So we need to save up to those other things instead. Yeah, it should be interesting to see what they have for lineup. I hope they're not doing too good, because then I'm gonna be, oh, I should want to see that too. I was so angry when they played the wrong, because the only day I should be able to go this year was on a Saturday, but the band that was playing that day was not the band I wanted to see. So I was so angry, and I was thinking, no, I don't pay that money to go when I miss out the bands I really wanted to see. So it's not like I think it should be bad, but if you can choose. It was a little like when I saw now that Cure is coming to Way Out West in Gothenburg, but that's a big festival, and right now I don't even know if they was gonna sell uh, just 1 day tickets. They said they might do. It depends on how they sell all the 3 days, because it's for more days. But they are expensive, and I googled what they had in the past if they had just for 1 day, and it was really expensive to go just 1 day before too. So I'm not sure I want to pay that much just to see the Cure, no matter how good they are live. So I have seen them in Gothenburg too, but I was on just one place in Scandinavia. So that's one thing that I could take, but not to pay even more to go to a festival when I just want to more or less see one of the bands, because I'm not sure they play so much music that is my type of taste, and it's very crowded place too. So it's been one thing if it was just that type of music, like Subculture Festival, and that they put together that type of bands in those alternative styles, then I should know. But they put together so much different kind of music, so it's not really my taste. And to just pay that much for seeing the Cure is too much money. Then it's even more cheaper to go with flight. It's gonna be the similar cost to go with flight over to UK or something to see them, but no, I'm not doing that either. So you have a shelter in New Zealand. Maybe you see it's Black Friday somewhere in New Zealand if you travel around, Gary. She's a precious goth YouTuber too, and I hope she's gonna get more time and even financial fix so she can continue with the movie about the other goth subculture too. Because I'm so curious how far she have come. She have told it in some of the videos about that, but it's still not ready long way. So, oh, you've been to New Zealand too. You are a woman that have been everywhere. And you even been to VGT, so I'm very jealous of you. So I should want to go there too. And it's not far away to go to Germany, but you know, it's never at the time, and it's always booked up and very expensive too. So I can't say to travel that I'm gonna spend so much money, and then he don't have money to do things for. Can I get some advice about what? I don't know what type of advice you want. It depends. But you can always ask, and I have to see what it is. How do I tell my girlfriend's parents that we are dating? That was a hard one because I don't know what you are for type of person or where you live. But just tell them. Be nice, be gentle, be polite, and it shouldn't be a problem, I guess, hopefully. I don't know what type of relationship or what type of country you are from, so. Oh, that can be a problem because you're too old, and it's not like I want to be judging, but she is under 18, and in most countries it's either 18 or 20 before you think it's okay-ish. So I guess it could be a problem, but I guess it's always also when she's pregnant, we're scared. Um, Which country are you from? And thank you very much, Mikey. We're in New York, so it's legal, so I can't get in trouble. At least you got that part on your side, and if you live in the States as it is, she's still forced to even get the child, even if she didn't want it, because that's the new rule from Trump, I guess. But yeah, it depends. I can't tell because I don't know your background when it comes what type of people you are. If you're Christian or very Christian or something like that, it might be a problem. But I sure guess if she expecting a baby, they're gonna have to accept that phase because of the baby. And if you try to be a good person and go that step, and if she help you on the way, it might sort itself, because if you're gonna have a kid, so it needs to be sorted anyway. Just go into what are you talking about? I talk about everything and nothing, and mainly golf stuff. So I'm not sure I should want to go to a baby shower. Sorry, I'm not a kid person. I don't have any kids either. So I'm very bad when it comes to kids. Even if some kids loved me when I was younger too. So, but I guess it's because they maybe not that judgy like the parents are. But I'm not really a kid person. It's one thing if people want to have kids, they can have kids. But myself, I'm not a kid person. Do you like Chemical Romance? I'm not a Chemical Romance fan, but I heard about them, and I probably recognize some of the music too, because I like to listen to a lot of different things, but I'm not more into the goth music. And I don't think they are classified under the goth umbrella. But I guess it's a lot of alternative people and even goths that listen to them. So, did you hear Ozzy died? Yeah, it was a long time ago now. Thank you very much for the compliments, Single Blow Duck. Uh, and I even heard that yesterday that Ace Frehley died. That was in the glam rock band Kiss. One that started the band actually. So it's a lot of bigger stars in different type of music that have died lately. So, what do you think is the most important detail or accessory that cannot be missed for a truly complete gothic look? I should say all. If you don't look at the clothes itself, because you can have a very basic dressing and still make it very goth. So I should say the belts and your jewelry, depending on what type of person you are. So I can't really say what type of states, but I think good belts could be a good statement piece too, because if you put together belts, no matter what type of gender you put yourself under, so that should be a great thing to have. Dead Kennedys, isn't that more punk? Um, what about punk? I did listen to a lot of punks when I was a kid too, because that was big back in the 80s when I grew up as a teenager and young adult. So the punk music was put out. I do love Nina Hagen, for an example, so I love Sex Pistols and that type of thing. So I can listen to some of the punk music too. And we had some new Swedish bands too, like Ebba Grön and those that was punk music too. So yeah, if you like to wear rings, you can have it. I don't wear that much rings because I've never been a ring person. I do have rings, but I forgot to put them on most of the times. But I usually have two of my rings on. It is my engagement ring and of course my ankh. I always wear my ankh. So that's been with me for, it's soon 30 years since I bought it. Can you believe it? I still have it. What's the biggest ear gauge you'd get? I just wear normally ones. I don't have any bigger ones. I don't want to have that either. So that's my preference. I think it looks cool on other people, but I don't wear earrings more when I'm up dressed and not working, because at my work it's dangerous to have too much jewelry on too. So if you get stuck to things, I don't want to rip. I have been ripped one of my ear uh, holes once when I was stuck with one of my loops. So I don't want to put bigger things inside. And what is your work? I work in a warehouse with car parts from two different brands. So I lift very heavy and carrying around and going around and even follow up on the heights when I put or pick things. So do you work with magnets? It depends on the things have magnets in the parts. So yes, some parts are magnetic, so it's no worries. Pennywise the punk band. I never heard about them, Gary. So I'm not that familiar with every band, but I do like goth music. I do like metal music, and I do a lot of other type of music too, and even the 80s music, because I grew up with the 80s music. So that's my thing. Do you listen to Taylor Swift? No, I don't listen to her, but I do know some of her songs too. So she can be okay too sometimes. I guess it's like little like when you listen to Pink or Lady Gaga and that type of things. I don't like everything with them, but some of their songs I like. So and that woman that sings that is called Maria in one of the metal bands. I forgot she have long white hair too and do amazing videos, but I forgot which band she is in. Um, what's your favorite Hey Swissy song? I don't know because I'm so bad when it comes to names and my memories sometimes go blank. Even when it comes to goth music, sometimes I forgot the music I love, and that annoys me. But I guess it comes with the age and it comes with some of my health issues too, because I have fibromyalgia and I have fur sickness and other things, and you get this tiredness. So you got this what we call fiber brain, and sometimes I've always been bad when it comes to names too, so Killing Joke punk band. I do like the 80s with Killing Joke, Gary. That is a cool song. Yes, Halloween season in America. What's your favorite horror movie? I would love to see Halloween season in US because it's so much bigger. Here is almost nothing, but at least we have more than we had when I was younger. But we don't have that much like we see people do all the gardening and everything in those Halloween themes. But my favorite horror movie is an old one, and it's The Exorcist. It's always gonna be my favorite. Sonic Graystream, I never cease to be amazed by your imagining creating looks. Look very interesting, cool. Well, thank you very much, Bloody Riddles. I'm happy you enjoy them, and I'm happy that I can do things that actually makes people happy to watch too. And Labug, are you in Australia? No, I am not. I'm a Swede. I'm Swedish. I live in Sweden. So it's far away from Australia. It's on the other side of the country. They have summer now, and we go towards winter. So it's the opposite attract, I guess. So no, I'm not from Australia. I would love to go to Australia to watch some things, but Australia also have all the dangerous things too, with snakes and other reptiles, the most dangerous things. But I'm very fascinated when it comes to the great white shark and that type of things, and they have a lot of that type of things over there, and even in US, especially when you go to California and that way up, when you move closer to New York and that type of thing. Have a very nice weekend then, Miss Marzipan or Marissa. And I hope you're gonna do some new video about it because it sounds so amazing, and I'm so jealous at you, and you look amazing. I wish I was that beautiful like you are, and you really have that jiggle that makes me smile every time you do a video, very enthusiasm and everything, and you do it so professional too. So I hope you have a really great time too. What does it take to be mod? That I know you very well, and that's only reason I put some people as a mod because I know I can trust them. So else, Trevor that I live with is my spouse. He's not interested in of YouTube more than he watch his things on YouTube, but he's not interested in the same way. So, but he's gonna be in the next video I'm gonna do probably tomorrow. So I'm happy that at least he want to be a part of it sometimes. But you're even more sweet than Marissa. So, hello, Faith Hunter. So. Yeah, and I know that I can trust Miss Marspon too. So, and she lives in Sweden and everything, and she's one of all the people that have the same type of goth community here on YouTube, and we are a growing goth community too. And I think that's amazing because you more we can be and show that you don't have to be a gatekeeper, you don't have to be negative, and you don't have to always be in a certain way to be a goth. You're still gonna be welcome as long as you are nice and sweet and everything like that, and don't harm others. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to watch that video for sure, Miss Marzipan. And yeah, love to you and goth hugs. And I hope you have an awesome evening. And it's not getting too cold in Stockholm because it was very freezing and icy here this morning. So we had actually a -3. The Brunettes female punk band. I recognize the band name, but I'm not sure I have heard them. But I recognize it, so I have heard it somewhere because I had people that was listening a lot to punk music, and I grew up with some of the punkers. And when I grew up, when we were small kids, all the alternative kids were hanging together. That was we freaks, weirdos against the mainstream ones. So we were not that many. So the biggest group of those was the metal people, but then we got the punkers and that type of synth heads. I don't think you have that term in other countries, but in Sweden we have something we call syntare, and those are the people that like that type of music, that Depeche Mode, Front 242, and other similar bands. Yeah, and it should be like that. We should open the scene a little more and not don't be so judgy. And I think it's most younger people that are the worst because I haven't really found the elder people like some say been, but I never heard about it because I never have that feeling when I was younger. It was just some type of more popular goths that maybe have this attitude, but I am not with them, so I don't care. I just want to be friends with the one that is open-minded and friendly and are sweet and actually, if someone asks want to learn more about the subculture, can ask if they are interested in that type of way. But it's not in the way that I'm gonna be educating people because there is so much people on YouTube that do it so much better. And if they want to know more about music, they can go to the channel that is called By Candlelight. He do amazing videos when he rank different bands. Last video was with Clan of Cymox that I also liked, even from around 2000. But I'm not so familiar with all the songs, but I do have some that I like to listen to. Lots of love back to you, Marissa. Have a good time. Mom's dollar punk band. Lubbock, what are your thoughts on black metal bands that burn down churches? I don't like when people destroy historical places, no matter your belief. I'm not Christian, so I can't tell about that part, but I don't think it's cool to burn down churches or old historical places because it's a part of our history. And no matter what you believe in, go into those old places and you see amazing art, amazing crafting backgrounds. So I think it's a big loss. It's the same when people go and do all the graffiti stuff everywhere and they destroy places. I don't like that either, especially when it comes to old places, because that's a place that is meant for people to learn about and it's our history. So why destroy it? Why destroy something that people have worked for to build up, no matter what's behind it, because it's still a part of us. Um, Especially hip hop culture. Uh, I'm not into that type of music. I guess it's one of the music I'm not that keen of at all, especially not the newer type of gangster rap and that type of things. And that is because the background of them and lot, at least in Sweden, a lot of the popular one are criminals or being criminal. So I don't agree with them, especially when you look to the lyrics too. That is not directly nice, especially when it comes to what's the other gender. So no, I don't like rap and that type of things. Heard Johnny Cash. Shouldn't you say the Ring of Fire then, Gary? Isn't that a Johnny Cash song? So yeah, I'm not sure how long more I'm gonna talk because I've been for a while and I need to eat again. So what's your thoughts on the migrant influx in Sweden? It's not actually that bad nowadays because they don't get so many. But I also think it's wrong when we send away people that have established in the country. They're doing their bits, they're paying the tax, and they learn the language, and they do everything right. And we keep the fucking bastards that just want to rob people or kill people, bomb people, so, but I guess it's a plus with a minus with everything. And don't forget that immigrants don't just have to be from one type of countries. Immigrants is as fast as you're not born in the country, you are an immigrant. So you can be even from Norway or Finland or that type of thing. So don't judge an immigrant. You don't know the backstory. As long as they get into the country they live in and do their right for it. So I don't see anything wrong with that part. You're from Mexico. There's nothing wrong with Mexico as long as you do everything right, so and don't harm people. Thank you, princess. Thank you. I'm just about to finish this live actually because I need to eat too and that type of things. And I think maybe Trevor have stopped doing stuff too. So I think I'm gonna end this stream and hopefully we can see another time. Tomorrow my videos start to go up on this Sunday instead because I changed the day, so it was no video this morning. So it's gonna be 7 p.m. Swedish time. My video's gonna go up. nowadays. So I hope you're gonna see the video tomorrow instead, Princess. And I hope you and Dylan is doing fine too and stay safe. And yeah, I hope everyone stays safe, be nice to each other, and be weird and be yourself. And thanks for watching. Bye.